have a lot of communication. I'm a very communicative person, so I think that's kind of the job that really mixes all of my attributes right now. And I also lived in Ireland for a year, like a little bit more than a year. So I have a lot of I saw in the position that you need to have a really good spoken English, and I feel like I'm very comfortable with that because of that experience. And
I would
I
agree.
used
Your
to
English is
handle,
great.
oh, thank you. And I handle a lot of phone calls because I worked in a restaurant there. So it was really difficult in the beginning because I had to be like, um, they wanted to get the food to their houses, deliver,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no worries.
And like the names of the streets were so weird because it's like Irish, and I
Oh,
had to learn that like from scratch. So I feel like now I'm way more confidence in taking phone calls. And um yeah, I also saw like in the description of the position that you need to be like very organized, keep checklists, and I literally do that for everything that I need to do in my life. And also the time zone that you the company is at is so like it fits my life very perfectly because I study in the morning, which is like the night for you.
okay.
So like
And what,
it
sorry,
doesn't,
you are in Brazil, is that correct?
yeah.
Okay, cool. And yeah, because it is a different schedule. I mean, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. is unconventional.
Yeah, I had one interview last year that was in the same time zone. So I was like, I was so sure that I was gonna get that that I changed my um school time because I used to work in the afternoon. Sorry, I
Okay.
used to study in the afternoon, and then I now study in the morning because of that, because
What
I
are you
will be
studying
able
right
to
now?
work. I am in Unifor. It's a university in my city, Fortaleza.
Oh, okay. What is that curriculum?
Huh?
Did you say law?
No, it's Unifor. It's the name of
You
the
oh
institution.
oh Unifor. Oh, okay. Yeah, but sorry, what curriculum are you studying?
Curriculum.
Yeah, like do you have a major or
I'm,
is
yeah,
there an
I'm studying
area of study?
psychology.
Okay, okay, cool. I heard you say that you were interested. Okay, yeah. So you're studying psychology, and what year are you in the process?
I'm the in the second year, so
Second
I
year.
have
Okay.
3 years to go.
You have 3 more years. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Yep. I will say, able to take on a full-time job with your schooling.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it's okay. I think it's good to be like honest with yourself. You're like, hey, well, actually, ideally it'd be best to have part-time or, and it's a conversation. Like I'm looking for things, but also, I'm just open to understanding, what your needs are and also I don't want you to overpromise something. If you're like, hey, this is gonna be a very strong encumbrance on my life to work 40 hours a week, which I mean, I remember when I was in school, like I could barely work part-time. And so
Mhm.
I know it's different. But anyway, how does that feel for you?
I'm actually looking for um a job. I mean, like a full-time job because
Okay.
I don't know why it's happening, but I can't even get an internship here in Brazil, even if it's like voluntary, unpaid. It's so difficult. So,
Really?
yeah.
I
And
wonder why that is.
I know. And then the ones that I get are like voluntary and it's so far. I have to get the car. I have to wake up at like 5 a.m. So, and it's not
Interesting.
as easy as well to find a part-time job that is like more convenient because the offers are more less. Like there's less offers of part-time jobs, and
Okay.
I feel like I can do it, you know. And also I had a job like in December. I think it's still on my resume actually. I didn't update it, but in December I was in a job that I worked full time and it was like 10 hours a day. It was so exhausting that I saw this one like in a normal time frame that I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so little."
Yeah.
So,
Well, good. That's awesome. I
yeah.
mean, if you feel that that is something that, you know, it works for your lifestyle and you can, you know, manage the workload, because I mean, how far away is your school? Like how far away do you drive?
It's like 5 kilometers. It's
Five
not
kilometers.
so far because I go by car. So
Right. But how long in like t time? Is it like an hour away or?
no, it's like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. Because depends on the city. You know,
Yeah,
it's I can drive a long distance. You know, I show people like where I drive, and they're like, "Whoa!" But we go really fast. It's like, you know, the Americans drive on freeways, and they go
yeah.
like, you know, like 90 miles an hour, and so it's like pretty interesting. But okay, cool. Well, good. And then work experience. Where have you worked in the past?
I've worked in, as I said, I used to do marketing. So I used to work in fashion brands. These brands, they are local, so you wouldn't hear about them. But
Okay,
I used to work at Tech, where I was put in a more administrative position, even if it was marketing. I was handling emails and working with CRMs. So that was my
which
first
CRM were you working in?
HubSpot.
HubSpot.
And it was the first contact that I had with that. So I remember that I learned really fast, but it's been a while since I've touched it. So,
Right.
but I used to work as well with social media. So I did a lot of content and layouts and everything. And in my last job that I had, I worked very closely with the PR people and the content people in the marketing field. So I was working with a lot of messages and emails because I had to book the events, the influencers, and the places that we were going. So we had to get permits and everything. So that's how I got used to that part of like managing people.
Right.
And yeah,
Cool. Well, that's great. And then so as far as like systems experience, are you familiar with that term? Is that something you're like essentially hire building out like an identity for a role, and then like filling out SOPs and kind of like giving instructions to help build out that role. Have you done anything like that?
no, that's
That's okay.
something that I don't
I haven't really done it either. You know, I'm
have.
starting to, but um, it's you know, I don't expect it to be that difficult. You know, I mean, it's you sort of put yourself in the mindset of someone who is going to achieve X results in this role, and what do they need to do, and so, and also, if I don't know if it was perfectly clear on the description, but I imagine that you know the person who I hire will work in these roles. They're going to answer the phone. They're going to do social media marketing, and you know, and they're going to build the systems, and then you know also like help me out and learning and strategizing like how to grow the business, and
Hmm.
you know, in that capacity. And so you know, I think it's um, you know, it's a role that they're gonna wear like many hats, and it'll change frequently, but also, and I imagine there will be an identifiable role that
Yeah.
is, you know, we say, okay, well, we're gonna lean into marketing, and that's I think where you're gonna land, and then we'll do X amount of whatever per day, reach outs, or you're gonna answer the phone. Eventually we're just gonna fill out and hire people for those roles. But I think in the beginning it'd be good to have experience and to learn them, and then also use that experience by documenting what you're doing.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, awesome. Well, let's see. I have your resume. You're so well spoken.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
yeah, it's very impressive actually, because I think you might have like the best English out of anyone that I've interviewed.
Really?
But there's some, yeah, I think so. I mean, there's some good people, but or some well-spoken people, but anyway, you have really, really nice accent.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. So, okay, sales and project support. Okay. I was just going through there's one thing that I found interesting, the SUGE deep, optimize internal communication workflows and develop institutional content to enhance employee branding. Tell me more about that job.
Yeah, so basically I worked very closely with the HR team, and we made many like campaigns and stuff. It was a fashion brand, and we worked to enhance the engagement with the employees of the sales team. So the
Okay.
girls that were selling the clothes and everything, we made campaigns for them to keep um reaching the goals of the how much they had to sell. So we came up with this idea of basically like making events for them and campaigns of like, oh, if you reach your goal this month, you're gonna get this kit of like brands that is like a partner. So you get like a free kit, and they were like very happy about all of that. So they put extra effort into the job. And it was a nice way to like be grateful for what they were doing for the company. So yeah, I that was the most close experience that I had with HR, and I think it was really nice. I also did the layouts for the campaigns and communicated that on the company channel. So yeah, they were always like very happy about that.
Cool. That's great. All right. That's good. That sounds like a fun job. So did you say, so you're not employed right now, correct? You're
No,
available. Okay,
yeah.
cool. And then and why did you leave your last job, if you don't mind if I ask?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest. I'm not gonna give the
Please.
corporate
Yeah, do it. It's
um
honest time. I want honesty.
yeah, honestly, the structure of the company was not really good because it was a really rich like if you look at their Instagram, they have like thousands of followers. It's a really rich company, but
Hmm,
I literally didn't have a chair to sit, a computer, or even a table.
hmm.
I shared a table that had how do you call the thing that you pull?
Like a drawer?
A drawer, yeah. So there were like two drawers, and my legs were like squished below the
Okay.
drawers, and it scratched my legs. And I
Oh
have a
gosh.
herniated disc in my back. So I had to be like this on the computer, and
Right.
I had to share the computer as well. So I didn't understand why they had so much money and they couldn't buy a chair and a table and a computer for me to
Wow.
work. And I was
Yeah.
there for like 10 hours a day. So
Oh my gosh.
I started feeling a lot of pain.
Every day, and you worked 5 days a week, or
Yeah,
how? Wow, that's too much to work, I think.
yeah. And so I just couldn't bear it anymore.
Totally. Well, luckily that's not this environment. It'll be a lot more relaxed. But you know, It will be, there will be like a, an 8 hour a day requirement, more towards like the business hours of
Yeah.
things. That could change, eventually when there's someone to answer the phones, when we are, releasing the when we have more what lead generation and people, having inbound calls is what I was trying to think of. So yeah, I think that fits. Um, and also, just to know a little bit about, what I think about the company is that we really are doing something that no one has done here, and it's not like no one has thought about it. It's blatantly obvious that these people are underserved, but no one wants to work with them because they just don't have enough money. And it's the only
Yeah.
reason that this system works is because I outsource my help. So I have to make a certain wage because I live in an expensive city, right? But I can't hire another person to make the
Yeah.
same wage and live in this expensive city. And so
Yeah.
it's sort of like, it gets cut. But I can make the margins work. And although they're right where they need to be, for the ability for me to add people and still maintain enough of the company that I can help grow. So that's the goal. There's so many good ideas out there um, that never can reach fruition because the viability of the company structure can't get figured out. And so
Mhm.
anyway, I'm relying heavily on like front loading things, hiring people and paying them good wages respectively in their country, and then they provide me value. I provide other people value, and everyone wins. So anyway, I've got some pretty big plans for it, and I think, um, anyway, working here it could be colossal. It really could be. It could be a
Yeah.
really, really big thing. We're not even, we're selling hot dogs to a hungry crowd.
Yeah.
It's not even that good. It doesn't need to be. I mean, it's good, but it's like it's a market of its own. So
Yeah.
anyway, I think it's kind of an exciting opportunity. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in participating?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and as revenue grows, I want everyone's income to raise. I want everyone to be happy. But on that topic, so what were you, for this wage? What are you thinking as far as pay? Do you have an idea on this?
No, I saw the margin that you put.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would be okay with the 3,200.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Um, Well, I'm just gonna put that down, and that'll be a future discussion, but I always want to bring up pay because if you have higher requirements than what I'm available to offer, then I don't want to waste more of your time because
Yeah.
that will eventually get there, sort of like
Yeah.
first date questions. So 3,200, okay, to the starting point. Okay. And how do you say it? Brazilian dollars or what is it? Brazilian.
Um, yeah. This
Or
is
what is your what is
reais.
your what is your currency?
Reais.
Hi, how do you say it?
Reais.
Hey eyes. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna look that one up. I'm sorry for being so ignorant about Brazil. I've never been to Brazil, but I've always wanted to go.
It's really nice. Carnival is closed. You should come to
Yeah,
Carnival here.
that's right. Someone said in Mexico, I interviewed someone in Mexico. They're like, we have the biggest party in the world, and they're
Yeah.
in Mexico. And I was like, well, wait, isn't like Carnival the biggest party in the world? And they're like, oh yeah, well, besides Carnival. And I was like, oh, okay. Because like that's like a famous one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm sorry, I ran like a little bit late. I wanted to leave more time for questions, but do you have any questions for me?
Um, I don't know. Not right now.
Cool. Well, next steps. I'm going to review all the interviews. I've taken good notes. You're definitely high on the list. I'm worried about your education, like
Yeah.
becoming a disturbance in your life, and then it eventually, I want the best for you. And so like if it's a I have to think about that, but you know, it's I don't know. I don't want you to like fail in your studies. I also don't want you stressed out, and like I want you to be happy and like having a good time and like filling up every moment of your day, you know, is gonna be a lot, and you have 3 more years. So I mean that's kind of that's something to think about too. Um
Right.
but worth you, even though you may object, I would consider maybe part-time because I think that would fit your life a little bit better, and I know how hard school is. So, and anyway, just trying to avoid problems, but yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of telling you I too am always honest and I'll always tell you what I think. Um, but I really appreciate meeting you. You're an exceptionally pleasant person. I really enjoyed this time.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too. I was really nervous, I'm not gonna lie, and then it made me feel better.
Cool,
Um,
good. Yeah, you did fantastic. But I'll let you know either way, either second interview or if we found another candidate.
okay.
All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Beatrice. All right. Have a
Thank
great day.
you. Have a
All
great day.
right. Take care. Bye.